Criminals back on the streets could help corrections facilities save money. A little scary there, but it's an idea that has the executive director of the Correction Center of Northwest Ohio concerned. Fox Toledo's Sharia Davis is live now to explain why there is such concern over the cost of incarceration. And this is something that's just kind of developed in the last week or so after a particular meeting. Right, Sharia?
Yeah, the executive director says there's just not enough money to house all of his inmates. Today, correction supervisors were granted a 2% wage increase, leaving the board with no other option but to make cuts. It's an increase Jim Dennis disagrees with, but the decision was made by an arbitrator.
Our supervisors won a 2% pay raise. It's not something the board agreed to. As a matter of fact, they're voicing their disapproval of it.
And with this 2% increase for 20 union correction supervisors, the board will be forced to cut current and future operations to make ends meet.
We're going to have to look at 5% and a 10% cut and decide if we have to lay off staff, decide if we have to reduce the number of inmates that we have at the facility, and determine what other cuts we may have to make.
At the Correction Center of Northwest Ohio in Stryker, there are currently 638 beds, but that number could be reduced.
We're just going to have to reduce the number of beds that we make available to the courts, and the courts would then be expected to make do.
But according to a state bill introduced by the House, low-level felons could be placed in a community program or another facility instead of prison if House Bill 86 passes.
It'll be real interesting to see what type of diversions can local organizations, local governments can come up with.
Now, Dennis says he doesn't know how this is going to pan out, but before a decision is made, the board will meet with county commissioners from Northwest Ohio to discuss several options. Another budget meeting will be held next month. Reporting live, Sharia Davis, Fox Toledo News.
All right, thank you, Sharia. Getting ready for the real deal next. How the Carolinas are bracing for hurricane.